Dr. Day Bryant, welcome to the sauce, my
Hello,
friend.
Don Burns. So good to be here. Thank
Oh,
you. Pleasure and a privilege. Thank you.
likewise, likewise. Transparency, for transparency's sake, we are friends.
Yes.
We actually met in 2005. I had just moved here
Oh my
from Los
goodness.
Angeles with my daughter. Someone had put me in touch with Bonnie Bazada at the
Yes.
Center for Women's Intercultural
Women's
Leadership
intercultural
at St.
leadership.
Mary's.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I wound up
Yes.
going on a retreat or a workshop. It was like a week or a long weekend
It was very,
in
yes.
Columbus, Ohio. And that was where you and I met.
That's where we met.
And that was an incredibly illuminating experience working with students. And you and I were
Yes.
community representatives for that.
Yes, it was very intense. And because it was a number of days, it gave us all an opportunity to learn about each other. But you and I really became fast friends.
Yeah, we became fast
in that
friends.
weekend.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm so
Yes.
grateful for that. And I bring this up because I'm really honored to talk to you about your social action project. It's called SOCACT, SOCACT.
Yes.
So you are a professor at IUSB.
Yes.
You have done incredible work in social justice. And I love in your bio, it's designated saying you establish and lead dialogues between groups not accustomed to speaking with each other.
Yes.
And I just think that's such an important aspect of your service to this community. Can you talk to me about that?
One of the issues I think that all of us who are engaged in community and involvement, activism, development of any kind, the biggest challenge is the silos that people tend to live and work in. And good ideas are happening all around, but they're not communicated. So we get a lot of energy used up reinventing the wheel. When if you could form connections and coalitions and networks, then it would be possible to move past some of the building of the infrastructure to go directly to, so what do we do now? And that I've witnessed over and over again. You have as well, seeing people addressing the same question, fundamental logistical questions, and not being able to invest that energy and those resources in moving forward. And having witnessed it over and over again, it really became a passion of mine to try and be certain as much as you can to get people talking to each other. That is sometimes a rocky road. People have become accustomed to each person being in their little corner, and they don't necessarily automatically see that it's not just overlap, it's complementary, that there are things that we're really good at and things that you're really good at. And if we work at it together, then we'll be able to move that much faster. But of course, that rolls off the tongue really easily, but it requires some re-educating on all sides, because we become accustomed to being in our own circles and our own silos and corners. And a skill set that I have developed is helping those conversations happen, and then knowing when my work is done here and moving out of the way, essentially.
You're quite the diplomat. Really, I mean, you really have great diplomatic skills. I mean, I think part of that is due to you navigating everything in your life, from your career to your art to the creation of these social justice organizations and art projects. And I know that it's often, if not always, some level of an uphill battle, isn't it?
It really is. And sometimes it is just a matter of logistics, systems, software systems that don't talk to each other, and infrastructure. Each has been built on the scaffolding that keeps them locked into certain processes, and they got comfortable, and we've always done it this way. And so how do you get people feeling safe enough to at least try something a little bit different? But yes, it is an uphill battle sometimes, and sometimes it is so uphill that we have, as a project, to drop back and think, so how else might we accomplish whatever this is we're trying to do? Because at some point you are using up more energy trying to push uphill than you're going to recoup, and even recognizing that change is not a straight line by any means.
Right.
But still, there comes a time when we have to reassess, is this the best path? and then make adjustments ourselves so that we are not the ones squandering energy. So
Right,
yes,
right,
it is a battle. Sometimes there are little
right.
skirmishes, and then sometimes it's just full on, and then you have to decide when is enough enough.